Good evening. Welcome to They Think It's All Over, the most professional football podcast on the internet. Fucking hell, what another great time. We've got dodgy internets, we've got people falling asleep on the couch and a dickhead not pressing the button at the right time. It's all good. How are we doing, boys?
Yeah, okay. Waking up.
Yeah, fully prepared. Well up for this.
Buzzing, ready to go. We've been given specific instructions by absentee Andy that we're not allowed to talk about Leeds getting absolutely fucking humped at the weekend. So we won't be talking about Leeds getting absolutely fucking humped at the weekend, if that's all right with everyone else. Liam, are you talking about Leeds getting absolutely fucking humped at the weekend?
I'm not going to bring it. They got smashed.
You're not going to mention that Leeds got absolutely fucking humped at the weekend, Crippy?
I didn't know Leeds played.
By Andy.
Not going to lie. Did not know Leeds even played.
Well, they didn't.
I heard they got absolutely fucking humped at the weekend. Huh? Speaking of
Andy.
Sorry,
Hello, Andy.
I mean, he sent a video through, didn't he, of the Leeds fans having it large, even though they were 3-0 down. So clearly they don't give a fuck anymore. We're allowed to say what we want.
I mean, travelling all the way down to Southampton, you've got to have some fun, haven't you? But
well,
bloody hell, man.
Back if you're not enjoying yourself.
God,
bit of a bastard. Never mind, they can't win every week. Speaking of winning every week, let's get on with our score predictions from last week. And very low scoring week, chaps.
Mm.
Sorry, Andy. I mean, low scoring for us, not so low scoring for Aston Villa. Crippy, what were you thinking, mate? What were your thoughts on this?
I know. I went conservative, and we just went crazy.
Conservative? Well, you went Crippy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't even back us to win. Neither did Andy. So
I mean, let's not pretend that Brighton haven't really been like this, have they, this season? So this is a shock. They always concede a goal, but they're normally very, very good. So I was delighted.
The Premier League put out a class tweet the other day, and it started with like Newcastle 5, Aston Villa 1.
Yeah.
Brighton 3, Newcastle 1.
Yeah.
And then Villa 6. I was like, Jesus, yeah, that's a good point.
Results are crazy.
Anyone can beat anyone.
John McGinn said that the way we play, we could lose 6-1 or win 6-1, and he's kind of right. We were quite bold against Brighton, considering how good a team they are, but it paid off. Just can't complain.
In football, that is. Arsenal continuing to put the pressure on Man City.
That kit's got awful, though, isn't it?
I like it.
I can't stand
I like it, to be fair.
Get out. You can't have yellow-green kits.
I grew up in the 80s, so it was all fucking luminous colours.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nostalgic for me. Plus, the big luminous colour with black on it just always works. But yeah, Bournemouth are in trouble.
Big trouble.
I feel sorry for whoever they play next.
The free ride. Hi, Kevin. Nice to have you back. Next up was
oh dear.
Oh yeah, I love how I changed the background on that. Did you notice?
The picture's the same.
Fuck's sake. Very professional.
Fine. Don't need to know anyway.
Yeah.
That's it. Next one.
Nobody called this, did
Liam, you let us all down, mate. We all backed you, and you let us all down.
I mean, deep down, I actually knew this was going to be not the result, but the result, not the score, rather.
Yeah, the accumulator fucker.
Well,
we'll move on.
Accumulator fuckers like this one, but
oh god, yeah. We're
going to talk about this in a bit more later on, but nobody saw that coming. I mean, none of us saw that coming. Andy was the closest, and he was still miles off. We all backed this, but no one got the result right. I think everyone was a bit more spicy than Newcastle actually were on the night, but 2-0 win's a 2-0 win.
And that Miggy goal was nice.
Oh, Miggy, it was
belter.
Beautiful. West Ham, there's Mr. Bowen there, who again we'll talk about later on.
Yeah.
Andy, the only one to get it right. The first 3-pointer of the week.
Wow.
First of a very, very few. Wolves. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, this was an ACCA breaker, this. Nobody 100%. Had this on their ACCA.
Listen, imagine if you had just a freehold of Wolves and Palace.
You'd be quitting your job on Monday, wouldn't you? Even if you only put quid on. Oh, pleased me greatly.
Mm.
But yeah, we're all back in Desmond here, apart from Crippy.
Tottenham made a meal of it as well, by the way. Let's. I know we'll talk about it, but they made a meal of that game. They should have blown Liverpool away, but yeah, at least they got the result.
Exactly. None of us got this one either.
I got.
Apart from the two of you that did, and I just didn't change the cover of the score. Oh, fucking hell, could you tell I wasn't quite awake when I did the slides this morning?
This is why we're the best pod. You can't get this kind of thing anywhere else.
You don't get consistent correctness anywhere else. Moving on. Like this one we all got wrong.
Yeah. So I wanted to Chelsea 2-1 on that as well.
Yeah.
I was going to go Chelsea 2-1. I always back Chelsea as well. I thought, no.
I'll back them again this week when we get onto that. But yeah.
I backed them on I write for a Chelsea website and even wrote on the thing why Chelsea will win against Fulham. Wrote an extensive thing about Fulham's form and Chelsea at West London and all this kind of stuff. And then for the pod, I was like, yeah, just go for a draw.
You did what?
Look, we've got you legally.
Wow.
For all this, the slides weren't right. This is right. I know for a fact several times.
Yeah, because I wasn't top last week, so yeah, you definitely put it in right.
Yeah. So Andy's still at the bottom there. He's managed to create a bit of a gap for himself down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Leeds
charging to the top, jumping over me and Liam.
So you mock the Oracle, but look, I'm back in business.
Yeah, but look at it though. It's 37 results. 2-1 clearly works. Just back a winner.
Yeah, I hope so.
The leagues, it doesn't matter. Where are Villa now? 5th?
Yeah, 11 life.
Are you thinking you're going to stay there, hanging
around? Absolutely not. No way. No, I'm not getting excited.
Man United down to 10th. That is sexual.
Embarrassing. Was it 4 defeats out of 7 for United?
Something like that.
Season's already over.
3 reds there and the last
1-3, lost 4. Evertonians slipping back into the danger zone.
Not news to be fair, but it's what it is.
It is what it is. We're in Leeds. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Andy.
He's going to hate me this week. What have we got here from Kev? Newcastle should have won, but a bit bored seeing all hype about the PSG game. How can you be bored of the Champions League, man? We've only played it. Live, enjoy.
Yeah.
Been an average start for Leeds. 11th. Is that where they are? 11th. Honestly, I haven't even checked.
It's close on points though, so it's like you lose one game, you drop down 3 or 4 places, and then by 3, so it is still very close up there.
Excuses are in already. It's a let's all laugh at United. We will, but we're going to laugh at Liverpool first because
they've embarrassed themselves.
The Mersey was overflowing with tears at the weekend.
They have embarrassed themselves.
And like they've had the best run of every VAR sort of controversy ever. Like it's all gone their way, and the one time it doesn't, it's all over the national media. It's on Good Morning Britain. Yeah. It's in all the papers, not just the sports pages, but the actual fucking front
national
of the
news.
What the fuck? Like, how do they manage to cultivate this victim mentality and get everyone to buy into it? Liam,
when I saw so I didn't watch the game initially, right? When I saw this all come out, and I thought that Liverpool were denied like a last-minute equaliser. I thought it was 2-1 Tottenham, and Liverpool scored to equalise it, and then that was it, and that was the drama. When I watched the game and I saw that it was in the first half, and the game was level, I was like, "You need to calm down." Yeah, of course it was a mistake, but my God, you had an hour to go of the game. They're acting like they got robbed at the last minute, like it was, you could say it cost them ultimately, but there's enough time to rectify the situation. So yeah, that did piss me off. The reaction has been absolutely ridiculous. Leeds fans, Liverpool claiming that they might explore the possibilities, and it's like, really, are we really doing this? It's a mistake. They all make mistakes for every club, throughout the season. We talk about it all the time on the podcast. You had a goal that should have been
given. That's where our name came from, because we were talking about VAR every week, so we changed the name.
Their goal should have been given. That's it. There's not a conspiracy. That's literally it. You had a goal that should have been given, and it wasn't. That was it. So you really need to get over it.
Demanding that the PGMOL give them the audio from the VAR and what else was it? Banging on about the game should be replayed and shit like that.
But then the audio just says what we already knew. They made a mistake. He didn't word it right. He said, "Oh yeah, onside, play on," and he's like, "No, wait, we need to stop the game." And then it was already too late.
Too late. Yeah,
So
I mean, they all knew they fucked up because there was more beeps in that than there was in the Burnley Manning gig on that 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, they fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong. We all bitch when our team gets shafted by VAR. We come on here and we bitch like mad, but we don't get so much attention. Like the attention that they've got. That's what's pissing us off.
Me too.
Oh, can't just park hard off me back.
But like I say, I tweeted about Sheffield United. They're the only club that have a right to continually bitch and moan about it because it literally cost them the Premier League place. Yeah. And again, obviously against Villa, we laugh about it now, but ultimately they were robbed of that. So they can bitch and moan because that did cost them. Liverpool lost a game they were probably going to lose anyway because they were down to 10 men, but ultimately still had time to fix it. And they're still going to whine about it. You know, like I say, they weren't. It's not a conspiracy. They weren't robbed. It was just one bad decision doing against them.
Liam's been very quiet on this. Now, I want to hear Liam's point of view.
Just laugh at it. I mean, I had it on my phone. I wasn't fully watching it, and I seen the goal, the Luis Diaz goal. And I was like, "Oh, 1-0." And I seen it, the VAR, like the side angle, like it was onside. Carried on paying attention. Got to half time, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
What
I remember you sent the image to WhatsApp group, didn't you? And like, how the hell is Diaz offside?
I was just so confused.
I was like, well, he's clearly not.
Because they barely spoke about it, and I caught the end of it. And then I was like, wait, they're down to 10 men as well? When did that happen?
Yeah.
But I don't even know why they're even complaining about the red guy. You know, they broke his leg.
The Curtis Jones one?
Yeah.
He's gone
over the ball.
He's just been pulled had away and shite by
he's gone over the ball. He's nearly
snapped
his leg in half.
You have to give it a red
card. It's a red card.
I can't believe he tried to appeal it.
I know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But like I said, well, it's the only thing I'm going to say and laugh is I feel sorry for whoever plays them at Anfield the next game because they're going to get oh yeah, we do. There it is.
He's called
so
it.
even if they didn't have this decision, they would have got everything anyway. But they play Brighton on the weekend, and then they play us at Anfield. So you know full well, referee's going to give them something or just be a bit more lenient to them.
No, the bound. I mean, everyone seems to be terrified of them.
It's just ridiculous. I'm just bored of it now. Like the first thing I did on Monday when I just looked at Jack and went, "So go on then, laugh, tell me." And I went, "You tell me first then. What do you think?" He went, "Well, it wasn't offside, was it?" I was like, "No, it wasn't." He's like, Curtis Jones shouldn't have been sent off. I was like, "Okay, fair enough. I can see why." But what about Jota? And I went, "Well, I mean, yeah, the first yellow wasn't a yellow, but on a yellow card, you don't give the referee any decision to get yourself booked. Don't put in a tackle that you're stretching." It's like
exactly. Don't dive in.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. If like in Jota's case, there, like you said, the first yellow wasn't a yellow, but if you're going to get booked for something as stupid as that, then you've got to be aware that the referee's card happy. So you make extra fucking sure that you don't do anything daft. It's common sense.
He did like a minute later, didn't he? He got booked, and a minute later he just dived in and got himself sent off.
It was all about 90 seconds.
Klopp gives it like it's like, oh my god, the bad luck we have. And it's like, well, no, both red cards are fair. So you're gonna have to get over that.
Because I was saying to Jack, I was like, I mean, he's complaining. Yes, it was wrong. I'm not no disputing that at all. It was wrong.
Nobody is,
like it's an error. But we've nearly got relegated 2 seasons in a row because of VAR decisions. Yeah. I mean, we played bad and we've deserved to get beat sometimes. But City won the league against Liverpool with a handball decision against us. There's no overall that, was there?
Who actually thinks VAR is fit for purpose at this point? It's not.
But I mean, we've said it for time with the offsides in the World Cup. I don't know why they just bring that in. It works. It's clear as day. Is kneecapped offside? Yeah, we can see it in 3D. It's fine.
They might automate. I think that might be the next step. Yeah. Because while it's human led, it's going to make mistakes, isn't it? That's the reality. We're going to have more mistakes with humans behind the wheel.
Absolutely, that and the fact that they're turned down miking up refs. What they're trying to hide. It's pathetic. Kev saying he's not actually bored about PSG, just nervous because of all the hype. Yeah, I get that. Not very well now. Bugging Coventry. Get well soon. Careful. Thanks for tuning in. Carragher being a dick about it as you'd expect. Who's more insufferable, Carragher or Gary Neville? I like them both overall, but when they get talking about
I like Carragher. I can't stand Gary Neville.
I could slap them.
No, it's not. I can't stand them. There's two incidents rather that I can't stand Gary Neville. We played them at Old Trafford, and Garner Gay put in a tackle, won the ball, and then he's like, "It's a Stonewall penalty." Gave it to VAR, and shocked they got a penalty. And then the return fixture, we beat them 4-0 at Goodison. He's like, Everton, as if like we're some piece of shit off of his shoe. Like,
as if you're Luton.
Pissed me off now. Wow.
Yeah. They both have a very good knack for coming out with ridiculous shit. Prefer Neville to Carragher when he just. Ked's got some very strong opinions. What else have we got? Yeah, we've mentioned the Curtis Jones red card. All saying fair on that one.
Yeah, you have to give it as a red.
They've appealed it as well, haven't they?
They've appealed it and it's been rejected today.
Yeah, no chance.
While you were asleep on the couch.
They literally changed it on VAR. He was booked initially, and then they changed it on VAR. So they're not going to not going to overturn the appeal, are they?
Because they're all like, he didn't mean it. Well, no one means to go in with a fucking high foot. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, those days are long.
Still dangerous.
Johnson Cantona don't play anymore.
Oh, it's so annoying. It's just unfortunate it wasn't on Son or something, you know.
One worthwhile.
Yeah.
Next up, we got our Tottenham genuine contenders. I think we've been dancing around this issue for the last few weeks, and it's starting to look like they might be, you know.
I've reworded it weirdly, but I also wanted to talk about how their bright start to the season does show that if managers prepare well in pre-season, you can overcome a bad past season. Because Tottenham were garbage last season, weren't they? No one expected this from them this season, but yet they've started so well, and against big teams, they've got results. So you have to give credit to the manager for that, because they always say, "Oh no, it's a process, it's hard," and it is a process for some managers. Like Arteta and Klopp took years before Liverpool and Arsenal were firing on all cylinders. But Ange had a instant impact with a team that must have been down in their luck. You know, Richarlison wasn't playing well. Son just struggled for goals last season, and yet he's really got in there, fixed the problems, and put some confidence in that team. So I wonder if it'll last, or if they'll just do well and tail off, or I don't know.
Didn't realise it was going to come with that, but yeah.
A few score updates there. We are so professional, up to the minute, live score updates.
Really
but yeah, Tottenham under Ange. I mean, I hate this Ange ball thing that's kicking about, but
me too.
I get it. I mean, after the shite that they've endured for the last couple of seasons at Tottenham, they're bound to get behind somebody who's actually making them win and look good. It's not just the fact that they're winning; they look like a good side, even since they sold Harry Kane.
And the goals haven't dried out. That's the crazy thing, isn't it? We thought after Kane, they think, they're really going to struggle now without their talisman. But the goals have been shared around. Son's loving life again, and obviously Madison's having a great time there.
Yeah,
and Richarlison also contributing there as well.
Make sure you bring in the goal.
Richarlison. Will all promoted teams go down?
Don't sleep on Luton. I'm telling you, I think Luton have got something. Honestly, I'm not just saying.
You're adamant, aren't you?
I said weeks ago. I swear that Luton have got something about them.
See, if I was going to back any of them,
they don't. They do not have anything about them. But we'll get on to that anyway. We'll carry on.
If I was going to back any of the promoted teams to stay up, it would have been Burnley. But
yeah, they look terrible so far.
However,
there we go.
So shut up, Crippy.
Jinxed
it. Man City lost to Wolves after 28 shots to 3. What was going on there? What happened?
Sounds like an Everton game, that.
Yeah, pure Everton form.
Man City are a funny team sometimes. It's like they beat themselves, you know. Sometimes it feels like the way they play. It's like they're just gifting the opposition chances when they don't need to. And Wolves didn't have many. Wolves had 3 shots and only 1 on target because one of the goals was an own goal.
Yeah,
and it wasn't a shot.
Amazing.
It was a cross. So, yeah, to lose in that manner is pretty annoying, isn't it, for City?
Well, Craig Dawson just turned into Maldini, didn't he? He had Haaland in his back pocket.
Madness.
Not often you can point.
Absolutely class.
But Wolves are weird, aren't they? They had a good performance against Man United. They lost. Obviously, they beat Everton, and that was their only win all season. And then they did this against Man City. I was like, where's that come from?
Can you get a knife up the back of you? Jesus Christ!
He's not having a dig when he's just bringing up facts.
It's just weird, isn't it? Like, where's
1 shot on target and goal? Well done.
That consistency is odd, isn't it, from Wolves? Again, I thought Wolves would be a walkover for City, but yeah.
But City do that though, don't they? When they lose games, they tend to lose to absolute shite.
Yeah.
They lost to Newcastle last week. Getting in there before Liam did.
So it's a bad week for them, isn't it? To be fair, that's a dip in form for them. The League Cup game and now this trouble afoot.
Nah, they'll bounce back, man. They always do. I still think Burnley have a chance because of Vincent Kompany. I think he's a good manager. We know what his trajectory is, don't we? He's going to manage Burnley for a few years, maybe get another club after that, and then it's Man City, isn't it?
Yeah.
Managers aren't
They tried
invincible,
that
are
with
they?
Vieira, though. They tried that with Vieira. They got him out to New York City. Then they went to France for a bit, and they thought, right, see what he does with Palace, and now he's the next man to come to City. I didn't work, did it?
I feel he was prematurely, and it taps into it. I thought about David Moyes. I thought Vieira got. He had a good half season with Palace, didn't he? And then he sort of got the chop quite quick. It felt like, and I feel some managers they just don't get the time they deserve. Moyes could have gone from West Ham last season, but they stuck with him because obviously they won the Conference League, and now look, they're flying. So I think sometimes you kind of have to say, no, we're not going to make any knee-jerk reactions, even if we're flirting with the bottom. With the bottom 3, we're going to we back the guy in charge. We feel we have the right person there, and we're still going to stay true to it. But this is the problem that so many managers with Kompany. He's not invincible. If Burnley is still down there in 3 months' time, he's probably going to get the boot. I don't think Kompany gets a free pass because it's him, and obviously he's been groomed for a bigger position in the future. He still has to get Burnley out of trouble, otherwise his job's on the line.
He's not going to just walk into that job without having something behind him to suggest that he can do it.
He's not Frank Lampard. Come on.
Yeah, given a job purely on name alone.
Linked to the Rangers.
So Luton were the first promoted team to win. This is like what you saying. I told you not to write them off. They didn't deserve to win, though, did they? Let's be honest.
No. Everyone had some good chances.
I'll let you two talk first if you want. It's fine. Carry on. And then
no, you watched the whole thing. We've only seen highlights.
Yeah.
But even by the highlights, we knew that Luton were lucky.
They didn't have many clear-cut chances, Luton.
No, I mean, 20 minutes, first 20 minutes, we controlled the game. McNeil had a really, really good effort, which went just wide.
The volley.
And we're just controlling the game, which is so easy. And then they got a corner, and Lockyer just had a free header. I was like, oh, great. No one marking him. Then they had another one. Then it was Morris. I was like, no one's marking him. Can see what the game plan is here. And then second corner, obviously they win the knockdown, and Ash Young's like, oh, you know what? I won't clear it. I'll just try and control the ball and then clear it. Well done. And then obviously the second goal, Mikalenko's marking 2 players, and one of them is the striker who's just on his own on the back post. It's like, yeah, just leave him. Sound.
That's honestly one of the worst pieces of defending I've ever seen. Like Luton's top goal scorer, the one person that you can head the ball, and he was literally free. I couldn't believe he was out the back stick. That was so bizarre to see. Like, Dyche sets teams up from set pieces. He's obsessed over that kind of stuff because he knows that makes a difference in close games if you get your set pieces right. So the fact that no one was on him means that someone must not have remembered their job, because there's no way that Dyche set up to have him free. That wouldn't, that must have been
I just don't get it. I've watched it obviously a couple of times, and Mikalenko, he knows he's there, but I just don't understand, shout, say, someone grab him, or just you know what, I'll move back, and if it goes forward, I'll run. If it doesn't, then I'm going back. To go off anyway, Lens have just scored. It's 1-1, and so is a half of Galatasaray, so that's 1-1.
Nice.
So yeah, but then we got the goal back just before half time after 10 minutes of VAR. Decided, is it onside? Is it offside? Does it touch him? Does it not? And gone clear and obvious, whatever it is.
Yeah,
But
like how long does it need to take?
Second half though was unacceptable. Didn't have a single shot on target. Not a single shot on target. We went 4-4-2 for the last 30 minutes, and Calvert-Lewin and Beto both going for the same balls, making the same runs. It's like, right, one of yous just speak, talk to each other, bloody hell. And obviously, Andy's favourite player, Harrison, came on, left-footed, playing on the right. It's like, right, okay, so we know what he's going to do. Cut inside on his left foot. McNeil, the only other winger on the pitch, winger, he's playing like as a 10, even though he's supposed to be playing midfield, left mid. Takes him off a Danjuma. It's like, right, so what's the game plan now? I just don't
Still don't know to this day.
It was just get the ball forward and try and win the knockdown and then see what we can do from there, which is fine. Like, it was okay, but it's not have a single shot on target in the second half. It's not
Beto's heading was off as well, wasn't it? Yeah, two headers at the end.
So bad.
Just bad. Like, they were both chances, he just blew it completely.
The thing is,
Like
against Villa, someone on Twitter said he just reminds me of Nias, and as soon as he said it, that's all I can see now. And like, I want to cry because I like Beto. Like, he looks like he's going to be all right, but yeah, I just don't understand it. But one thing I need to speak about as well, because I did a little bit of homework. So Fulham, first game of the season, 2 shots on target for Fulham, 9 for us, lost 1-0. Wolves, 2 shots on target for them, 7 for us, lost 1-0. Arsenal, 4 shots on target, 1 for us, lost 1-0. Luton, 2 shots on target, 5 for us, lost 2-1, 1-0, let's be honest. So 6 shots on target all season at home, lost 4-0, essentially. 21 for us and 1 goal. Great. Fantastic. But it's just...
something needs to change, basically.
It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. I said he needed 6 points out of Luton and Bournemouth. We've not got 6. I mean, I don't want to know anymore. It's done. Lost it. Can't lose at home to Luton. Can't lose at home to Fulham, Wolves and Luton already.
Agreed.
It's just it's unacceptable. People, it's the players on the pitch, but the second half, the tactics were just dire. It was so bad. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, the players need to know what they're doing. Like, they need that instruction. They can't make it all on their own, on the fly.
It was just so bad. It was just boring. But then the issue is we don't know who's owning the club. So who's going to make the decision if he does get sacked? Who's going to replace him? So we just can't trust anything. But we've got to beat Bournemouth on the weekend. We have got to beat Bournemouth. There's no ifs about ifs or buts about it. We've got to beat them.
I reckon if you don't, he's got to go, and he.
We play Liverpool after that, so they'll probably it's the international break as well. So,
yeah. So that gives you a couple of weeks to get a replacement then and get to actually do something before you face Liverpool. But like you say, who's making the decisions?
Well, let's be honest. The Liverpool game's going to be a free hit for whoever it is. Should never be able to say that, but it is. Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean?
Is it the worst?
With Zaha for that.
Is it the worst time as well to be looking for a new manager? Because obviously the takeover, it's the last thing they want to do, isn't it? They just want to get their feet in the door. Yeah. So they might say, there's a manager in place right now. Let's not rock the boat just yet until we really have to, because we just don't have anyone in mind yet. We don't even thought about that.
Plus 777, whatever they are, pretty good track record of relegating clubs, so they'll not give a fuck. It's true. Like, how many do they own? 6 or 7? They've relegated 4.
Jesus.
Oh, sorry, 3, but potentially 4 with Everton if they don't buck their fucking ideas up. Like Andy says, Everton's saving grace is the 3 teams.
But the thing is, I thought that, but then Luton have gone and beat us. The only other promoted teams we've got a point in, Sheffield United, was against us, and we've not played Burnley yet. So
yeah, Bournemouth is so bad at the moment. So was the
Bournemouth. I'm not bad at the moment. I will not be saying a bad word about them once again, like I did until Luton last week.
Save that till next week.
Yeah.
On
a more positive note, though, Aston Villa destroying Brighton. Ollie Watkins hat-trick.
I will say, though, Brighton were hard done by for two. At the second goal and third goal we scored, like legitimately both probably shouldn't have been given.
Yeah.
I think what did I write on the docket? One was definitely a foul, and I can't remember what I wrote on the docket, but yeah, both shouldn't have been given for sure. I'm gonna have to turn my head. I'm gonna do Chris Kamara. Unless you've got it actually on the docket.
For goalkeeper interference.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think both are legit. Standing in front of the goalkeeper, you could make a case either way. And then definitely the foul in the build-up. I couldn't believe that wasn't stopped. That was like our guy fell and then pulled the player down with he sort of got his leg caught and the player pulled him down and yet they just played on. And we scored from it. They didn't even look at it. Didn't even change the decision after looking at it. So that was really weird. So Brighton have reason to be a bit pissed about that. Obviously, I'm delighted with Watkins. Glad that Southgate was there to see it because might get Watkins back in the team now, and he's looking sharp again. Got his confidence back. But yeah, I did feel for Brighton in a way because after those goals went in, they just fell apart. Bad defensive errors, losing the ball in weird areas, and then us capitalising on it. That's not how they do, is it? So it was a great win, but they just had bad luck and a bad day at the office for them.
Definitely. How Watkins for England? Possibly. I mean, I'm not sure Callum Wilson's going to make the squad this time because I'm not sure what his fitness is like. So if Callum Wilson doesn't make the squad, then Watkins has got to be the ready-made replacement.
Wilson's a better finisher than Watkins, but I'd say Watkins has got more strings to his bow as a forward because you could literally play him as an auxiliary wide man if you wanted to. If you really had to, you could do that role. And when he's up front, he could play with another striker, so you could play with Kane, not just instead of him. Whereas Wilson would have to kind of be a lone man, and he doesn't hold the ball up or run the channels as well as Watkins does. So it would change how we're going to have to play. Whereas I think we could still be a ball playing team with Watkins in it, if not. But like I say, I can see that Wilson's definitely the better finisher.
Yeah, just like I said, just about his fitness at the minute could keep him out. So, Kev, Wilson did actually train today after Keith Downey told everyone he didn't. Pedal on that one this morning. Watkins does the dog work and can still score. Yeah, I mean, I back Watkins for England. I don't.
He just has patches where he'll go quiet because he does a lot. We work him to the bone, and he'll be tired in games and he'll just struggle. So that's the difference. Whereas Wilson, if he stays fit, is normally pretty consistent. He's a good goal scorer, Wilson. Whereas Watkins will do it in flashes.
Thing is, though, Southgate, he's not going to pick Watkins because he's in form. He doesn't do that. I mean, if Southgate was picking the England team on form, Anthony Gordon would be in there, Sean Longstaff would be in with a shout, but Phillips is going to go in.
Yeah, and Jared Bowen would be in as well.
Jared Bowen should just walk in.
My God, he's having a great time with it, and it's weirdly not getting a sniff.
I know, it's absolutely madness. I'm just losing faith in Southgate more and more every time he picks a team. Not that I had a lot in the first place. What are you doing with your life, Cat?
Liam, are you surprised that Southgate stayed loyal to Pickford all this time?
What?
Because
thou shalt not say a bad word about Pickford.
I'm not basing this on form. I'm saying because it could have been easy for a spineless manager to go, when Ramsdale was starting for Arsenal regularly, to sort of make a cheeky swap as if nobody noticed. But, well, he's Arsenal's number one. But yet Pickford has remained, regardless of what Everton are doing in the league, which is a pretty good thing.
All I'm saying is, if we had Aaron Ramsdale on goal, we'd be in the Championship already. If Arsenal had Jordan Pickford, they probably would have won the league. It's that simple. It is that simple.
It's probably a fair shout, to be honest.
Pickford is streets ahead of Aaron Ramsdale. It's not even close.
It's funny. It's like just out of the running, isn't it? We all thought, they'll be chopping around. It's like, no. Ramsdale's out. Arteta's made it clear.
Because I rate Ramsdale, and all of a sudden now it's David Raya and fucking Ramsdale's not getting a look in. It's mad.
Disgusting.
I like Pickford.
I don't. I like him as a keeper. I think he's a brilliant goalkeeper, but he's a fucking prick. Although he's probably not, he's probably a really nice bloke. He just knows how to wind people. Oh dear, that's tickled us, Andy. Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Who's better between Pope and Ramsdale? Well, it's got to be Pope at the minute. I know he got dropped from the last England group, but he's been fucking mint since. And Ramsdale can't get in the Arsenal team, so
I'll take your word for that one, Ash. I'm not sure if Liam's convinced either, but I'll take your word. I've not seen Pope, Ash, so I don't know. I haven't seen him for a while.
Pope, 5 clean sheets in a row.
All right.
At all. One of those was against Milan, one was against Man City.
I'll allow it.
Man City reserves. Let's not get it twisted. Come on.
Man City's team was stronger than ours in the first half, at least. We changed it up in the second.
Bloody Oscar Bob on the pitch. Come on.
I like him now. I do like him.
He was good. I tell you, who impressed us was is it Rico Lewis or something like that? He's a young kid, right?
Yeah, the fullback Rico Lewis. Yeah, he was good last season too.
He was brilliant. But yeah, they still had Grealish on the pitch.
Yeah,
and I can't remember who else played now, but it was a stronger side than I was expecting. I was fucking gutted when the teams were announced. And the last 2 clean sheets were with Lascelles in the team.
Bloody hell!
And he's probably going to be playing tomorrow night as well.
Against the PSG. What a guy!
Just going to have Mbappe in his pocket, of course. Yeah, in all fairness, Pickford has shite like Keane in front of him, so yeah.
I mean, the only thing is Keane hasn't been playing, to be fair, but Tarkowski's starting to wind me up. It's just so fucking annoying.
But
it's just
a top scorer this season. Behind Calvert Lewin.
No, Decore is. And I don't like Decore anyway, but it's just roll the ball out, roll it to Tarkowski. He looks, points, and just whack. That's it.
That was him at Burnley. It was him at
Burnley, and also it's his tactics. I understand it. It's get the ball forward as quick as you can, and then fight for the second ball.
Yeah.
Why fight for the second ball on the edge of your box when you can do it on the edge of theirs? Makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Just ugly.
It's so fucking boring. And when Luton have got 9 men behind the ball, so they're just going to keep clearing it.
It's why it's why they brought in Mark Hughes at Stoke. They did the same thing. Do you remember?
Yeah,
Shawcross was a guy who would just lump the ball up. So it's like, right, we need to get Mark Hughes in it so they can start playing football. And that worked for a little bit, but yeah.
But it's also like, Ashley Young's 39 years of age. He doesn't need to be playing. So just tie him off. Get rid of him. Get him on the bench.
You were so excited about bringing him in the summer.
I wasn't. Crippy was excited about him signing. That's the thing.
I wanted to keep him. Legitimately wanted to keep him. He had a good season for us. Fans didn't understand why we got rid of him. Useful player, homegrown, made no sense at all.
Exactly. Useful player.
Shouldn't be starting every week. I agree with Liam.
No. But it's one of them, like, he started the season with Keane at centre-back, and now, obviously, the fans got on his back, you know what, I can't start him. But he keeps starting. Ashley Young's played every game this season. Like, he's 39 years of age. I mean, it means nothing, but come on.
Yeah, it does mean something.
And he's busy. He's a lot busier, obviously, than he would be at Villa too. Probably doesn't get as much cover as he would. So that's also exposing him.
If you're going to play him on right midfield so he can actually cross the ball in. Do you know what I mean? Don't put it right back. Yeah,
it's safer.
Interesting question from Kev there. What do you two think of Dan Burn as a left-sided defender?
I was baffled that you tried it before, because this guy's like lanky as anything. He's going to be like a weird... Yeah, but it worked, didn't it, for a while?
Yeah, well, when you played it last season, if I'm right in thinking, you played him on the left, but then obviously when you're attacking, Trippier bombs forward. So he's like you play 3 at the back, it's Dan Burn.
Exactly,
it makes so much sense. It's easier.
Yeah.
You just have them 3 sit, and also you got your wingers playing forward. And then obviously when you're defending, you got a back 4. It's compact. It makes sense.
It does, and he's done a really good job considering he's centre-back by trade. But there are times where he just gets absolutely done for pace, and it's getting dangerous now. I mean, obviously on Saturday, did we play Saturday or Sunday? I can't remember. Saturday it was a 3 o'clock kickoff, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's only one game on Sunday.
Yeah, he slipped over and then he couldn't recover. He wasn't fast enough to recover, and Burnley should have scored really. So yeah, if he does shit like that against better teams, he's fucked. Newcastle fans still 50-50 on the Burn thing. Yeah, exactly. I absolutely am. I love him to bits, and when he's good, he's mint, and when he's not, he's shit.
I suppose it just gives you more protection in the air, doesn't it? Because do you remember? I think it was it had like 4 centre backs in their back 4, and you just couldn't beat them from a set piece because
City last season. That's the whole reason they played the Kendrick right back, weren't it?
Yeah.
And Aki at left back.
Yeah.
4 centre backs.
Just absolutely beat at the back.
That's a fair point by Andy. Who are Leeds? Getting battered this week. But they didn't get battered at the weekend. We're not allowed to mention
No, we're not going to mention that again. They got smashed.
Joel Ward, handball not given. Man United hard done by. Sofiane Amrabat, handball given. Palace hard done by.
There were loads of handballs not given this weekend.
Sounds to me like it evened out.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. You could say mistakes everywhere.
But in that talking about that game, we have to talk about Uncle Roy.
Absolutely.
5 games undefeated.
We have to talk about Anderson's goal if we're going to
look
at anything. Absolute pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a goal.
Yeah, no way to score it.
I haven't took a lot of notice of Joachim Anderson, even though Newcastle have been like heavily linked with him, like willing to pay 40 mil for him. Yeah, I get it now. I'm sure he's a class defender as well, but what a fucking hit.
Great result.
Yeah. Uncle Roy, man.
He's shut me up, hasn't he? They've looked good. Pretty, it's been in most games, Palace regardless, and they're having a great start of the season.
I loved his response when he was told. Do you know that you're the first Premier League manager in history to come our way with 5 wins from Old Trafford? I don't remember any of them. Yeah, probably because they were in black and white, mate.
I was going to say, what am I doing here, Roy?
This fucking cat, I swear to God, it's going out the window. Crippy, how did you rate Target when he was at Villa? That's a good question.
He was good.
Targeted a lot, I think, didn't he?
He was good for a period. He was good for a period, but then we kind of realised why Southampton got rid of him. It's kind of similar to how Target was at Newcastle. Newcastle probably thought, hold on, this guy is good. Why did we get rid of him? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got no beef with Target. He worked hard, good attitude. Just wasn't. You could see he was just sufficient a bit. It wasn't as good. And then we got Digne, who was an improved player. So it happens in the thing. Newcastle.
That happened though, because we were going for Digne, and then you got him. So we went right. Well, fucking Target then.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you take the lesser one? Like they're getting Digne in to replace him.
Well, for a period, it looked like he'd
worked out for that season.
It looked like, you pulled a magic because we were cussing it out saying, "Oh, Digne, no, we should have kept Target. What was the point?" And then now Digne's turning it on again, and Target's out of the picture, isn't it, Newcastle? So
very much. Arsenal is still unbeaten. Are they going to push City for the title? Liam.
Is Jesus just like a number 9 or what?
He doesn't know.
Because then Nketiah is playing as the striker, but then everyone's like, "Oh, Jesus is better." Well, if he is, then why isn't he playing there?
Not direct enough, doesn't score enough. Yeah.
That's the thing; he doesn't score enough. Whereas Nketiah is it's just a goal scorer. Jesus is a good player all round, but Nketiah is like, "Well, get me the ball in between the goal line," and I'm
exactly that
in between the posts, and I'm good. But I don't know if they'll be contenders. Top 3.
He looks more like Sherman for American Pie. Yeah, definitely top 3. Definitely. But it was just a blip from City when at the weekend. They're still going to win away. I don't like this one. Was Isaac's miss of the season contender? I mean, come on.
It's why I said contender, because I recognise that he was under a bit of, he was unbalanced, whatever. But it was still, it was
watching it in real time. I was like, oh my god! But when you look at it back, it was his first touch that let him down. So it wasn't the miss that was the issue. It was his first touch.
It come off his knee, didn't it, on the side of his leg knee bit. Yeah, it was a bit of a,
and then when it bounced clear, there was no way he was going towards goal. He should have laid it off for Anderson.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Anderson was unlucky at the weekend, man. He could have
diving header, weren't it, from
him?
He had a diving header. Is that Anderson who had the diving header?
Yeah, he had the diving header. Spun back and looked like it was going in the goal before it was cleared off. And then he had another long range effort saved as well. That probably should have gone in or could have on another day. It was one of those weird games where Newcastle didn't play bad. in front of goal, but just the ball didn't want to go to them. Like every time the ball ran free, it spun or it got a deflection somewhere, and it was just always just enough to take it off the striker's boot. It was just a fucking weird game. Definitely some magic involved. I'm just ploughing through now because I'm conscious of time. West Ham rewarded for not sacking Moyes last season.
Yeah, we touched upon it. Just back to managers. Yeah.
That'll do. Forest defender Willy Bolly got away with a handball before half-time versus Brentford. Grazed his hand on the bounce.
I think it was a bit soft.
Was it really a handball?
His hand moved towards the ball.
Like, it's literally,
But did the ball also move towards the
remember back in the day, it's like, if the garage opens like that, how do you close it? It was one of them. I was like, it literally just brushed his fingers. But it would have been soft. If that was given against us, I'd be so pissed off.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. I'd say it's being pernickety, but yeah.
But the next one, what Ash is going to mention, there's an absolute shambles.
Well, Matt Turner foul. You on with?
Oh my god!
Absolute joke. I was literally talking to this with a Forest fan today. Actually, it was like, this is literally saying, right, you know what? You have to roll around on the floor and get abuse from pundits and football fans alike, but it's the only way you're going to get a penalty.
Even with VAR, you still have to do those theatrics.
Penalty.
How did the keepers get so protected? Because this happens a lot with goalkeepers where they'll follow through, they don't get the ball, but it just never gets given as a foul. And you're like, well, why? They're a player too. That one was honestly one of the worst.
Because their job's like technically more important.
Clean them out.
They've still got to abide by the same rules.
Yeah, the bad game was Matt Turner. He was very dicey.
The goal was so bad.
Yeah.
Are we thinking Forest will stay up? Well, yeah, I think we're all backing the promoted teams to go down, aren't we? So
yeah, I think Forest will stay.
Leaves Forest up by default.
If it's none of the three that come up, Wolves are the only team that I reckon will struggle.
The Chef Wed and Scunthorpe chairman going nuts at their own fans in the last couple of weeks. What is going on with fucking English football at the minute? It's absolute nuts. Like, wasn't Scunthorpe calling his fans morons or something like that?
Yeah, like abusing them in text messages. Yeah.
And then the Chef Wed chairman saying, "I put the money in, I'll do what I want."
Yeah.
How do these people get to where they are with attitudes like this?
Because they've got that money. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They've got that much money. Like, I don't care. I'm above you.
Yeah, it's pathetic. So yeah, I want both of those clubs to suffer. Fuck it. I know you've got a better connection. Just going to Crippy, so
you can't be beefing with Scunny.
To be fair, it's a weird one because like it's the fans who are getting shit on, and I've got nothing against the fans. So for their clubs to go tits up wouldn't be fair to the fans. See you, Crippy. It was nice to see you. What's going on?
I have no idea. Let's just go.
Yeah, because it feels horrible to say that because I don't want the fans to be shafted, but I really want the chairmen to be shafted.
Me too. I just couldn't imagine having your ground moved. Being told, "Oh, by the way, you're not playing at home now. We're moving you 15 miles away." And no, there's going to be no money in the club. So it's like, well, I don't want to then give you money because if you're taking it out of the club, I don't want to have to pay. It's such a weird thing for fans. Like they want to support the team, but yet if you're supporting the team, you're backing the chairman to do what he's doing, isn't it? You're just giving him money to keep. Yeah. So it feels like,
should we talk about Leeds for Plural 96? We're not allowed to talk about Leeds, Kev, because Leeds didn't get absolutely fucking battered at the weekend. We're not allowed to talk about it. But I don't think we can ban Kev. Talk about Leeds who never got battered at the weekend. That's very nice. He's got all his devices plugged in. That'll sap anyone's internet. We've got your Barcelona. We've got an actual talking point provided by Andy. Barcelona set a €1 billion release clause for a young striker, Lamine Yamal. Never heard of him.
I thought it was a joke when I read it. And I read it about 5 times. I was like, am I missing a joke here? I didn't understand it. I was like, what? I need context to this. And that was it. And I was like, what's going on? And I was on Twitter. And I seen it. I was like, oh, right. It wasn't a joke.
Release clauses, they're not worth shit, are they?
They always do it, don't they? They have stupid ones for players where they have like 700 mil here, whatever. The
They
name I
have to
want
have
was
them in
hilarious.
Spain, though, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
have them in, yeah. But even over here, like they put like Bruno was just about to sign a contract with Newcastle with a £100 million release clause in. What's the point? You can still just turn around and say no.
Yeah.
Like any contract a footballer signs isn't worth the paper it's printed on because you can go at any time.
Yeah.
Put a release clause in.
Liverpool,
This is renewed.
Release clauses don't matter anyway. Suarez had a 60 million release clause and they still rejected it. So
yeah.
And they admitted it as well.
No one batted an eyelid at that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, contracts are just fucking shit. But in a €1 billion release clause for a kid who's never played in the top flight yet, what the fuck? Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham loving life in Germany/Spain, respectively. Has Bellingham just scored tonight as well, I think?
I think he might have got an assist.
I think he's top goal scorer in La Liga as well, apparently.
He scored again on the weekend, I know that.
Yeah, he scored on the weekend, as did Kane. They're just loving it. Not sponsored.
It's pressure, though, isn't it? When you play for a club of those kind of stature. Bayern's probably a bit easier for Kane.
Bellingham did score as well, sorry.
A bit bunk, but playing for Real Madrid's a big deal. It's a lot of pressure. The fans expect you to be a star when you sign for that kind of money. And Bellingham's just relishing it, isn't he? Even for England, he's the same, isn't he? He doesn't look phased. Every time he plays, it's always awesome.
It's embarrassing, really, isn't it, to think I'm 40-year-old and I've only just found my calling in life. And he's fucking 19 and he's the best player in the world. It's fucking piss off. Amateur football anecdote. Is this yours, Crippy?
Yeah, so I'll make it quick. We had a game where one of our players slid in for the ball, missed the ball, took out the player on the edge of the box. It was definitely on the edge of the box, but the referee gave a penalty, so he only had to book the player and not send him off. And he said to us after the game, that's why he did it. And I was like, pretty sure you can't dictate that as a referee? Pretty sure you couldn't dictate that.
Hey?
Yeah.
Why didn't he want to send him off?
Because it would have been a double jeopardy.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. He literally said after the game, I think he said during the game to the player, I've given it a penalty. So
did he score the penalty, though?
No, they hit the post. The same guy put in the rebound, but obviously nobody else touched it, so the ref had to disallow it. So they didn't even score from it. So, we lost 5-1, but, justice was served. But weird, yeah, really weird.
Why did he not want to send him off? Just because he didn't want him to have to pay the fine, or what?
Yes, it's pricey. It's like 25 quid.
Play to the referee. He could have been an absolute knobbed and thought, you know what, I'm sending you off. But I don't agree with giving a penalty. Just like, yeah, it was a foul, but I don't know. I'm actually, you know what, I've changed my mind. No, he's a shit. I was like, it's the rules. The rules are there.
Yeah, that's it.
No one would have argued as well. It was honestly
25 quid for a red card.
25 quid for a red card these days, yeah.
Fucking hell, yeah. I wouldn't send him off. Poor bastard. Right, let's close it out with our predictions for the upcoming weekend, the last one before another fucking international break. Is this normal?
I know.
This seems very sudden. Anyway, what have we got? Luton Burnley, which is taking place tonight. No, I'm already out. Liam and Crippy is still in.
Yeah.
Andy's on for a 3-pointer by the sounds of it. But let's just have a little quick read down Crippy's there. 2-1, 2-1-2.
I've been more boring than normal.
2-1-1-2. Mic check. 1,
What
2.
What is that?
I went on Crippy's Facebook before and there was a picture of him eating an ice cream and I thought, there's a microphone going there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
2-1, 1-2. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Yeah. We've all done it again though. We've all picked the favourites really.
Yeah.
That did not go well for us last week, so let's see how it goes. I've backed Chelsea again. It's more likely now they've actually won one, but still.
Liam Andy going for Man City to beat Arsenal. That's a big game.
I've gone a bit spicy with Luton Tottenham there.
Yeah. No respect.
That's about the only really spicy one we've
given
got.
The big one about Luton, you got them to get beat.
Yeah, but Tottenham
not even score as well, though.
I've got them to beat Burnley. They ain't beating Tottenham though, so I've given them half credit.
Oh, no, that's what counts.
Did I change my predictions now? They're going to get beat tonight and then beat Tottenham.
Did it go to VAR? Your penalty thing. They'd have missed it anyway, let's be honest. Madison's really driving me nuts. Why is that, Kevin? Before we go, explain yourself. Is
Well,
it because
whilst
he's
he's
fucking
typing,
mint?
before we do go, Crippy, what happened to Villa last week, mate?
What's
They
up,
got beat in the Carabao Cup, didn't they?
mate? I've never. No, I don't know what you're on. I've never liked the tournament. Didn't care for
Is
it.
it all Crippy? Fucking hell.
Didn't build it up. Didn't really want to win it anyway, mate. Didn't want it anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely
I'll be honest,
last week.
I completely forgot about that. I can't believe I
Yeah.
didn't put it on the docket. Yeah. Get your boot in, Liam.
No, you can't. Honestly, I can't tell how annoyed I am at that game. I'm so.
What made me
Oh
laugh
my
is
God.
Eric Concer's supposed to be
Yeah,
this big fucking hard man, this good centre back.
Mm.
He was on toast all game. It was so bad. So bad.
I don't know what he told them. Honestly,
we
we've
went
been
from
good
Everton.
apart from that.
I totally forgot that the Carabao Cup took place last week between our shows. So yeah, didn't even mention the fact, barely mentioned the fact that Newcastle knocked City out, and Everton knocked Villa out.
Third round again. We're like this season now. Come on, take it seriously, lads. This is it now. We've got a good team. Out again straight away. Not even rubbish. Bad performance. Out of one tournament already, and obviously lost that away game in Europe. So it's like, yeah, not looking great for the cups.
Yeah. Then you got your shit together at the weekend, though, so it's all good.
Thankfully.
Anything else
Comes
before
out
we
to be an
go?
Everton.
Hey.
No,
That's good.
No, we've got nothing else. So yeah, enjoy the second half of Burnley Luton if you're watching.
I've got Champions League on, to be fair.
We will be back again next Tuesday, and hopefully, no, we still won't have Andy. We won't have Andy.
No.
But hopefully, we'll be a bit more professional, and I'll have my slides right at least.
I'm making no promises. It is what it is. If you watch the show, it is what it is, mate.
What you get? Amateur hour. Right, so we'll be back next week, 8 o'clock. In the meantime, get your finger guns ready because you think it's all over. It is now.